Charlie King here with you. This is the first in our series called Before and After. So we're taking students that I have their permission to do this. I have not done this without their permission, to show their basically their first swing, at least first swing that I recorded, and then a swing, it just depends. In this case, it's about a year later. So this is one of my students, Dustin, and on the left is his original swing, face-on view, and then roughly a year later, here is his swing face-on view. So when he started, his grip was, he had a weak left-hand grip, and then a year later, he got from about a one-knuckle or no-knuckle left hand at first to a two-knuckle. And that's probably the biggest thing that's different in his setup at that moment. So then as Dustin goes back, he gets a big turn, he gets width, he goes past parallel, which I have no issue with as long as a golfer keeps their width. He's braced on his right leg, leaning a little bit left, and then he gets ahead of it. So when we draw the line, so you see how much of his body, roughly 80% of his body is in front of the ball. And so then he comes down, and then right there at impact, the club head's passing the hands, so we call that scooping, which again we see 12 handicap and above, we see that pretty much 9 out of 10 times. And then on through, I like the fold and rehinge of the club. So then we look at it from the other view, the year, 1 year later, and so we'll see it from the other angle better, but he's a little bit flatter swing. He had a stronger grip, as I mentioned earlier. His hips aren't quite, we still had some work to do with his hips, but then we watch his head stay centered. He's got lag compared to the original. He's got his hands more in front. So that was nice. Big difference in a year. And then we look at him, let's look at the down the line view. All right, so here's the down the line view. Again, much taller. He grew a ton in a year. I think when we first started, he's about 5'7", 5'8", and 2 years later, 6'4". So pretty amazing growth spurt. So here we see him, and the club goes back. Pretty good, pretty conventional, and then that arm goes up at the top, and then his first move down is out and steep. So his hips are turning, his shoulders are turning, his arm, his club face is open. He is set up to slice for sure. So then we bring that back just to say 1 year later, he gets the club flatter. He starts down. So look at that difference between those two. Really good. And so he's destined to hit a slice here, and he is destined to hit draws. And look at him tracing that bottom red line to the golf ball. Face square to slightly closed, ball taken off straight, and then here out and across, and putting that cut spin on the ball. So he did a great job in 1 year, and another year later, so 2 years from the original, he won the state championship in his division, shooting 69 as a freshman in high school. So we'd love to help you with your golf game and help you see a transformation like my man Dustin here, and we will use the swing that you brought to the table. We'll make it more skillful. You'll own it because it'll still have lots of you and your original swing built into it. And that's our philosophy. That's how we do it. That's where we feel like the greatest players of all time, that's what they did. And make sure and continue to look at our videos, come see us in person, come to one of our golf schools, buy one of our products. I mean, the U Swing System product, everything in that is what I showed Dustin. And it's only $47. So you can check that out as well. So again, keep up the good work. Thanks for being on our list, and I hope you enjoyed this one.